I'd done loads of good work for the dog charity down there. No press, no attention. You know what I mean? I was picking up litter on the beach, nothing. I eat a breakfast and it goes viral. And the BBC website is, there you go, that's the music industry.
It is my honour to say that we have got the one and only, the inimitable Mr. Pete Doherty in with us this morning. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, good morning.
Oh, what a lovely welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you? You well?
Yeah, no, I'm all right. It's just I'll show you, look, the feet. Got the old orthopaedic shoes.
Oh, what have you done?
It's a diabetes thing, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Toes, you see, they went a bit...
Are they still there? Have you still got all the toes?
No, they're still there, and they're on the mend. Yeah.
Really?
But I've just got to wear these clod-up in.
Well, I mean, I would say you can barely notice it. But
yeah. I just thought I'd get it out of the way first before you got any jokes in, because it's been hard, it's been hurtful walking around the streets of London in these, you know what I mean? People be so cruel.
No, I can only apologise, Pete. Yeah. Well, you're rocking it as well. You're pulling it off. So well done.
Thank you.
Now, you got lots to talk about. First of all the PR notes I've been given, it's Peter Doherty, but you said you don't care. You're happy either way.
It says Peter on my passport.
Okay.
I think my mum calls me Pete. Some people call me Pete. I don't really mind. Doesn't matter.
Well, you've always been Pete to me, which is why I feel uncomfortable adding the R. Is that okay?
I don't know. I don't really understand the question. But call me you like. Just don't call me later for dinner.
Now, I wanted to ask how you are, because we were chatting off air now. You're mainly living in France, because I watched the Louis Theroux documentary, which was wonderful. I loved it.
Very balanced piece, I thought, yeah.
It was great. I always think there's only two types of documentary. If you're on a documentary of Louis Theroux, it means you've done two things. You've either been very successful, or you're like on death row, or you're a neo-Nazi or something. Luckily, you were the former. It was because you've been very successful. But when you get that call that Louis Theroux wants to do a documentary, do you go through a roller coaster of emotions? Because I always feel like he can just see inside people's heads.
Yeah, it's interesting trying to get inside Louis Theroux's head, isn't it? I mean, first thing you got to know about him is that he's a Queen's Park Rangers fan. So I think ultimately there's got to be a spiritual side to him, and I think he's genuinely optimistic about the human spirit and will see the good if there's any there. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer, really.
You're a QPR man yourself as well, aren't you?
QPR fan.
I did not know that Louis Theroux was a QPR fan.
Yeah, season ticket holder.
Is he?
Yeah.
See, I did not know that. Well, I love the documentary, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the fact that you're doing a solo tour. You've got a solo album on the way. We're going to play the track from the album, Felt Better Alive, which I've listened to loads recently. I love it. So well done. But we'll talk about that in more detail. But the album's coming out 16th of May, and you're doing some really cool sort of intimate gigs as well.
We got the Little Albion tour coming up, starting this Saturday. I wrote a song a few years ago called Albion, and in that song, I was recording the song, the version for Baby Shambles in the studio. I'll go to anywhere in Albion, I'll go sit, and I just started randomly singing place names: Nuneaton, Newcastle, Oldham, Wimborne, Deptford, Catford, Watford, Digbeth. And so we're doing a tour of all the places that are in the song.
Such a great idea.
I wish I'd just said Saint-Tropez. We're going to Newport on Saturday.
It's basically that scene in The Office where he goes, Taplow, Winner. You've basically done that. You could have listed some sexier places. I really like that. That's obviously the Albion Rooms as well, down in Margate. Because I made my Margate debut a few months ago, just before Christmas. I went down I'd never been. And I went down for the first time, and I loved it down there. Yeah, but the Albion Rooms was fully booked, so I just had to look at it from the outside.
It's closed, actually, as a hotel now.
Oh, is it? Well, there you go. That'd be why I couldn't find it online and book it then.
No, it's just a residential studio now and a bar. But the hotel, we couldn't make it work.
Oh, really?
But yeah, we're going to name it to the Sinkhole. It was just ridiculous. It was getting to a point where the money we were making from tours was just going to prop up the hotels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That explains why I couldn't book a room then. That explains it. Now, when you're going to do solo music, because obviously the Libertines came back, and we absolutely loved the return of the Libertines. You came and you spoke to Chris. I mean, we probably single-handedly propped up the hotel for a few more weeks. We played Run so much on Radio X because everybody loved it. It did very well in our Record of the Year voting as well. So Libertines come back. It's all very exciting. You're doing stuff. You're working with Carl and everyone. And then you go, I'm going to do a solo album now. Is there any element where they go, oh, la-di-da, he's off to do his solo work again, is he?
Well, it wasn't that long ago that we did that, the new album, the Libertines album. So it was last year.
Yeah.
So the 6 months before that, when I was writing the Libertines album with Carl, I had a bit of a creative spurt with Carl and also on my own, and a lot of the songs I wrote that he maybe didn't think was suitable, say not good enough, but suitable for the Libertines album, were just there, and I believe in them. Songs like Felt Better Alive,
yeah,
Calvados, and all these songs, these new songs on this new album. So just put them out.
Yeah.
Whether and if not with the Libertines, then put them out myself. I mean, because
I'm going to play the track now. I think people are going to absolutely love this. So if you've listened, Dan O'Connell's played this on the evening show. I listened to this on the evening show and I heard Dan play it for the first time. Now, it's a bit country, would you say?
Yeah, folky, country. I mean, I'm good on you for playing it at 8:43 in the morning, because it seems to me it's more of like a 3:43 in the morning song. Do you know what I mean?
Was that swilling around a whiskey?
Yeah, like the kind of gentleman you meet here when you're coming in the morning, Leicester Square. He's clearly had an amazing night or a terrible night somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That look in their eye. This is one of them songs, but it's definitely if not a come down song, there is definitely a melancholy to it. You know?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I really love it. I've been that guy in Leicester Square, but I've been in Leicester Square at 3:43, having had terrible nights and great nights as well.
What's going on downstairs out here? It looks like a squat now. Down here, it's all boarded up.
Oh yeah, what, out here?
That bloke I just met, he was like, this used to be a radio station, didn't it? Wasn't this Capital and XFM went...
Oh, you mean it was...
It still is, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was a TGI Fridays until a few months ago, but I don't know what's happened to it. So, I mean, I never went in there, so I'm partly responsible.
Real estate's got to be a fortune around here, isn't it? But
yeah.
Get the governors involved there, get a little live music place set up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now that there's,
in a hotel.
I'm happy with that. Pete, no disrespect, having heard about the Albion Rooms, I'm not going to go into business if you building a hotel, if that's okay, in central London.
I see. That's the way the wind's blowing.
If that's okay with you. Now, when you wrote a country track like this, I know you say it's a bit country, it's a bit folky, but is that because you saw Beyonce winning all those Grammys and you went, well, if Beyonce's doing a country album, so am I?
No.
It's very in at the moment, though, isn't it, country?
This song was written, recorded, dusted off before Her Majesty did whatever she did at the Grammys. No, obviously Beyonce, like myself, and like billions of people around the world, they love beautiful melodies and the twang of an acoustic guitar, and
I think Beyonce copied you.
There you go, then.
If anything, you inspired Beyonce. Those Grammys, in many ways, are yours, Pete. So congratulations. There's so much love for that, by the way. So much love for that. What a lovely, jaunty song by a very talented, sweet man. Nice one, Pete, says Charlie. I love this. Do you know, Lisa, this is exactly what I thought when I first heard it. Said, I can absolutely see it in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Ooh. So do you have someone back here filtering through these? Because otherwise surely you just get people like, oh, what an absolute pile from a complete talent.
Luckily, you've done very well. Trust me, we do get those messages, but I'm not going to...
It's hard, that, isn't it? Even if you get like 20 nice messages, if you just see one saying...
It's the world we live in now. You get very used to it in my line of work, that basically that everybody thinks it's a free-for-all. Just message in. Just message. Imagine walking up to someone in the pub and saying like the things that people casually just text in.
You just mutter it under your breath, wouldn't you? You wouldn't shout it.
Exactly. You'd have the decent, show a bit of respect. This is genuinely no filtering. I love Pete's song. Well done, Pete. Holy Jeff, this is brilliant. Jeff is our replacement for swear words. Good job. Loving this. Cannot wait for the album. Love this great song. This new Pete Doherty song is beautiful. There's genuine genuinely, I would tell you if there was, nothing but love for you. It's such a brilliant track.
Thank you very jeffing much.
The first time I heard it, I heard Dan play it, and I was like, this is great, this. And I immediately pictured it in a Quentin Tarantino movie as well. It's so great. So, also exciting things, got some text here. Tobes, can you ask Pete Doherty what he'll be doing when he comes to Brighton with Ocean Colour Scene? Will he be doing solo stuff or lib stuff? Thanks, says Big Scott.
Ooh, probably just decide on the day, really. Go on stage with the guitar, probably a bit of both. Do some new stuff, do some old stuff, you know, but it can't stand me now, a bit of what Wade's doing, a few of these new songs and mix and match.
Great.
Mix.
And also, Toby, please ask Peter, at the Bath gig in November, he was selling T-shirts his mate had made before the gig, but I didn't have £20 cash. I really want one. Is there anywhere I can order one, says Luce?
No, that was a one-off exclusive deal. We only made 37. I think I've got a couple at home left we didn't sell. So if you're really interested, text your number and I'll send you a couple.
There you go, Lucy. We're going to try
on the house.
There you go. On the house. Lucy, you've had a blinder there, haven't you? The old convenient, I left my cash at home trick, and now she's got a free T-shirt. Shameless, right? So this is obviously, I love the track. And then you're going to go and play it in Leeds, Liverpool, Cheshire, London, Prism, Kingston, which is a great venue. What's it like when you step out and play that song for the very first time? So you've been in the studio, you've been doing it, and then you walk out on stage and then suddenly you can see the whites of people's eyes, especially as you're doing intimate venues and they're all looking at you going, impress me with your new music.
Yeah, especially with a song like this, which it is sort of jaunty and bouncy there, but actually when you play it just acoustically, I'm not going to be with the drums or the bass on it. It's quite a fragile song as well, so if you've got quite a big crowd, even like 500, 600 people, even if just a few people are like, you know, wobbling about and talking, it can get in your head, so you just don't let it, you just tell yourself there's one person here tonight who needs to hear this, and then just play it for them, and then it get you through.
That's great. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful quote to then seamlessly move into the time that I ate a massive breakfast. It feels like a shame.
No, we're not going to talk about the breakfast.
Well, I attempted it on the anniversary of when you completed this. So if you never saw this, there was a legendary photo of Pete in Margate outside a cafe where he ate this massive breakfast. And on the anniversary of that photo, I attempted it about a year ago, and that's with 2 seconds to go. I got nowhere near, and I actually threw up in a bin. Did
the Dolby Caff geezer come and do this for you?
He came in.
Oh, you got the Yazoo and everything.
Yeah. Well, no, we spoke to the guy. Yeah, the Pete. I'll tell you what, the Yazoo doesn't help.
No, that was a bad idea. I was still regretting that 2 weeks later. That second Yazoo was.
Yeah. The Yazoo's unnecessary.
Salad days. So something happened recently with that. Did you see that? Someone you wouldn't expect went down the Dolby Caff and did 2. Someone was it like Joe Rogan went there and did 2?
Really?
Massive, or someone?
Oh, this is where, I need to get new producers. We should be across this, guys. Hang on. So, Pete, talk about yourselves. I'm just going to Google. What's it called again?
The Dolby Caff.
Dolby Caff
breakfast challenge. Someone just ate 2 in record time.
I'm going to check the Canadian YouTube star Joel Hansen smashes not 1 but 2 Dolby Caff. How do you do? That means he had 4 Yazoos. Fair play. Well, I just want to say that fair play to you, because that was the most disgusting morning of my life, and I threw up some hash brown and sausage in a bin, and then some Yazoo came out afterwards as well.
Yeah, no, the trick is take a couple of dogs with you and put them under the table.
We'll keep that between you and me.
When we're recording, though, don't put that bit out.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. That is safe with me, Pete. No, I won't tell a soul.
The sad thing was, at that time when I was living in Margate and did that, I just made my first solo album with the Puta Madres. I didn't get any press, didn't get any reviews, no attention. I'd done loads of good work for the dog charity down there, no press, no attention. You know what I mean? I was picking up litter on the beach, nothing. I eat a breakfast and it goes viral. And the BBC website is, there you go, that's the music industry.
Well, there you go. To any young artists listening, if you want to sell...
Had to make it in the music industry.
Eat a big breakfast.
Yeah.
Drink 2 Yazoos and your album will sell tenfold. Pete, it's been an absolute pleasure. Please come back and see us anytime. But 16th of May is when the Felt Better Live album is coming out, and you can see him throughout May as well. Leeds, Liverpool, Cheshire, London. Good luck with the Albion tour as well.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck with the album. album, You Don't Need Any Luck. If that track is anything to go by, then we're in for a treat. I'm really looking forward to hearing all of it, and it's an absolute pleasure and honour to have you with us this morning,
Lovely.
Pete. So thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
The Chris Moyles Show. Radio X.